Damn! Shit!
You guys like my old light tank? Well, it's not really about the light tank. So let's just get straight into it. I'm gonna show you how to fix this issue that someone has brought up to me, but I haven't really come across it until recently. So yeah, there's 4 red E2s here. They all don't work. And the reason for that is that it's right here. Function lerp in already exists. And it's basically the same but with different variations over the different E2s that have errored out. So let's just pick an E2. The HUD's really annoying because it's really big, so I'll show you that one first. Let's go there. So if you actually click on the red, it takes you to where the error is. In this case, it's at 207. And wow, this is a really early version of the HUD, so anyway, this right here. So basically what you want to do is, I'm not sure how many of these there are, but you want to, here we go, highlights. There's one, I don't know how many are in here actually, but there's an easy way of figuring out. Basically, you want to change the name of this function. So I like using lerp UDF for a user-defined function because you can see all these dark gray functions are custom, basically. So let's just copy that and actually, yeah, here we go. It's kind of difficult to find them all. I'll show you how to find them real quick. So that's basically what you do is you find anything that says lerp and replace it with whatever you named the custom lerp function. And I'll show you how to actually find all of the lerps in the code. Now make sure you have match whole word on, and we're going down. So and also the way you open this menu is you hit Control F. So you double click something. So let's just say val. Control F. You can see it gives me val. So lerp UDF, Control F, match whole word, and we're going down. Actually, yeah, we're going down for now. So I actually want to remove UDF because I don't want to find UDF. I want to find like any other lerps I missed. So we'll do find next. And actually, in this version of the HUD, there was only one, so we actually did it all. So that's good, because there's no find next going anywhere, actually. So we can go ahead and upload this, and now that's working. So let's do CGC, and also another unreleased version of the script. Let's open that up. So lerp already exists. I'm going to show you another way of doing this, and you have to be kind of careful. So we're just going to hit Control F, and we're going to go to replace. Now again, make sure match whole word is on. And what we're going to do is we're going to replace it with the name we want to name this function. So lerp UDF. And we're going to hit replace all. Alright. So you can see even like comments get replaced as well. So, and you really want to make sure match whole word is on. So lerp UDF, we can like scroll down. This strip is a lot shorter, but you can see it automatically went in and replaced all those functions. So now we're good. And don't worry about this deprecated warning. It'll be fine. So let's go ahead and do it again for auxiliary functions. This is a chip I didn't release because it changed this vehicle to vehicle. We're just gonna replace with lerp UDF. Replace all good. That's interesting. Okay. Whatever. And a weird version of my driving chip. Again, also using lerp because it's really useful. Place with lerp UDF. Replace all. So now this tank should work, right? Without the E2s erroring out. Let's just see, actually. And I use work very easily because this is ACF2 and I just moved to ACF3. So some stuff just got kind of lost in translation. Oh, and also I can't drive it because I don't really know, actually. Why can't I drive you? Well, it doesn't really matter. Are you even linked? You know, whatever, it doesn't work. It doesn't matter. ACF2 to ACF3 and also single player, so no infinite fuel, but you can see the HUD works. The very old version of the HUD. And the gun chip as well, which is very cool. And my auxiliary functions chip, which gives me the sounds. So yeah, all cool. That's how you fix it, basically. So now I want to talk about why this is happening. Chips don't work. I'm just gonna remove this crate. So basically, to get this bug going, you need to be on, I'm not sure which version of wiremod, but I basically updated to the latest version. And in the latest version of wiremod, E2 helper, always nice, by the way. So if we look up the name of a function, you can see there is a lerp function. It takes in 3 numbers and it gives out a number. So this was added in some recent version of wiremod. Or maybe not so recent, I'm not sure how often I update wiremod, but basically this conflicts with, let me just clear my E2s a little bit. Oh wow, that's still open. Let's get this. So lerp, got an E2 helper, lerp. Oh, this is really big. Do that for now. So you can see this lerp function conflicts with the one I was using, which is named a similar thing. And this is why you are on a later version of wiremod, you're gonna get this error on a lot of my E2s. So that's the problem. So why am I using this lerp function so much? Well, lerp is really useful because let's just say you have a number of 50 and you have another number 100 and you want to go halfway between those numbers. Well, halfway between those numbers is going to be 75. Now 90% between those numbers, so let's just say this is the min and this is the max. 90% isn't going to be 90, it's going to be I think 95, right? Because the difference is 50, so you take the difference and you multiply it by basically the percentage, and you get a value that's between these two numbers by this amount as a percentage. And this is a pretty useful function to have. You can see on that little light tank I showed you, it errored out a lot of E2s because I was using this function in a lot of different places because it's useful. So, and it's standard to call it lerp. It means linear interpolation, and a lot of it's really common. We'll put it that way. But it wasn't in the older versions of wiremod as a standard function. So you have nlerp and slerps for quaternions. You have things like mix for vectors, but we didn't have a lerp until recently. So it's actually very good that this lerp function now exists. Now the problem is, let's just say, why not just delete this? Because the lerp function exists. The problem with that is that, so let's look at my function. So we have norm, which you can think of this as the percent, the min, and the max. That's the formatting on mine. Now the trouble is, I can't just replace this, or I can't just delete this, because we have the percentage, we have the minimum and the maximum. Now if we look at the lerp function, you can see here we have number from is basically minimum, maximum, and then you have the percentage. So if you just straight up remove this and just use the default function without moving some numbers around, it's not gonna work. Or the E2s aren't gonna work like they should, basically. So why just leave the user, or why leave the old lerp function, like rename it, instead of just using the new one and like moving some numbers around? Well, it's a good idea to use the old one because, I don't know. Not every server, I guess, has updated to the latest version of wiremod, so on anything running an old version of wiremod, you can't use this function because it doesn't exist, right? So user-defined function is still probably necessary. So yeah, that's how you fix all my E2s erroring out, and I thought that'd be the best way of handling things rather than making like patches for all these and uploading them somewhere. Because for some reason, people still use the older versions of these chips that I just have on my paste bin, so yeah, that's it.